All right, let's just settle into a nice, comfortable seated posture. Have your feet about a hip's width apart. Really feel the sensation of the weight of your feet in the floor, the backs of your legs in the chair, the weight of your hands in your lap. Feel your sits bones in your chair. And align your shoulders with your hips and your ears with your shoulders. And just imagine your spine is this beautiful string of pearls of light that stretches from the base all the way up through the crown of the head. And just lengthen your spine. And then go to the crown of the head and relax your scalp. And just see if you can release the face, the back of the tongue, the ears, the inner ear, the back of the head, and your shoulders, chest, belly. Relax your throat if you can. And then all your limbs. And then notice your breath as you inhale and exhale. Be aware of any distractions, any potential distractions in your environment. Just allowing them to be there. Any distractions that might come up on your screen or your phone or your watch, just allow it to be there. You'll get to it soon enough. And then just check in with your mind this evening. So we're getting close to a very big holiday, and parking got a little bit limited here because all the college kids have come home. So the shops are a little bit fuller, more traffic. So it requires patience. Also, there's a sort of an excited feeling around. Some people may be feeling a little bit, worried about family events. Some people are delighted for them. So it's a bit of a mixture. So anyway, just notice what's in your mind. And are you being informed by past experiences? And then just let all that go, and then think of your friends, your enemies, the ones you don't like, remembering these people are all equal. They all want to be happy. They don't want to suffer. They all have this extraordinary capacity for a Buddha mind. So we'll do this practice this evening for all these people of our life, and by extension, all sentient beings. So we start by thinking there is no negativity that can't be purified. And this purification process is basically a psychological one. So we create negativity with our mind. So equally, we can change that by creating positivity instead. So we start with this power of regret. So regret is definitely not guilt, but it's just a more of a kind of taking responsibility sort of attitude. So sincerely regret from the depths of your heart anything you have done to harm any living being on this day, in this life, and in all of our past lives, and think of specific actions of both your body and your speech, and then in general, regret all. And the reason to regret is based on this logic of karma. We experience everything due to our past karma, our past actions, and having harmed others, we ourselves will necessarily experience suffering in the future. We cannot bear the thought of any future suffering. And we know from our present suffering, we don't want any more. So logically, it makes sense to remove the karmic seeds before they ripen as future suffering for us. So we think, I regret from the depths of my heart having harmed others with my body and my speech, having broken my vows because I do not want the future suffering. I'm sick of suffering. and also regret any anger, attachment, and the rest, the cause of why we harm others, and then think, I'm sick of this suffering. So then what do we do about it? Who do we turn to? And here we come to the power of reliance. That's 2 sections, refuge and developing compassion. So in the refuge section, you imagine we're relying upon the Buddha, Vajrasattva, who we see as a doctor, who has the methods that we can use to purify ourselves. And it's not that we're needing Buddha to forgive us. We're not needing a higher power. We're purifying ourselves by relying upon his medicine. So you imagine Vajrasattva above the crown of your head. You can also imagine this is the mind of your teacher manifesting in this form for your benefit. He's made of a beautiful, radiant, blissful white light, sitting cross-legged on a white lotus and a moon cushion. He has a beautiful, radiant face. His eyes are long and peaceful and full of love and compassion for you and all those people of your life. He has a sweet red mouth. His hair is black and held up in a top knot. His arms are crossed at his heart, the left underneath the right. The left is holding a bell representing wisdom, and the right is holding a vajra, which represents the indestructibility of compassion. Their being crossed represents the union of these two, and this symbolizes enlightenment itself, the development of infinite wisdom and infinite compassion. To the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened. By this practice of meditating on Guru Vajrasattva, may I reach Buddhahood so as to benefit all sentient beings. So in order to develop sentient beings, we need to develop compassion, we need to rely upon sentient beings. So we have a wish for the ones we have harmed to be free from suffering. And then the ones who have harmed us, particularly these ones, because the harm they've caused us is going to result in suffering for them sometime in the future. So make a strong aspiration to do this practice of purification for all these beings. And then we come to the power of remedy, and this is the medicine. Doing the practice, we use visualization and chanting mantra. So we start with the body and imagine Vajrasattva very compassionately sends powerful white nectar, like coming out of a hose, quite forcefully from his heart, and it arcs around and enters your crown and pours into your entire body, filling you completely. And it keeps pouring into you until it forces out of your lower orifices all the harm you've ever done to any living being with your body in the form of inky liquid. And this pours out of you and disappears into space, not one atom left as we recite the mantra. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Jida Meboa Sitokaya Meboa Sipokaya Meboa Anarakta Meboa Sawasidi Membiyata Sawa Kama Sita Me Sitam Shriyam Kuru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva A Hum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Jida Meboa, Sitokaya Meboa, Sipokaya Meboa, Anarakta Meboa, Sawasidi Mimpi Yata Sawa Kama Sita Me, Sitam Shriyam Kuru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan, Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva A Hum Pe. Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Jida Meboa, Sitokaya Meboa, Sipokaya Meboa, Anarakta Meboa, Sawasidi Mimpi Yata Sawa Kama Sita Me, Sitam Shriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan, Sawa Tata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva A Hum Pe. Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Jida Meboa, Sitokaya Meboa, Sipokaya Meboa, Anarakta Meboa, Sawasidi Mimpi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sita Me, Sitam Shriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan, Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva A Hum Pe. Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Jida Meboa, Sitokaya Meboa, Sipokaya Meboa, Anarakta Meboa, Sawasidi Mimpi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sita Me, Sitam Shriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajra Mami Mutsa Vajra Bhawa Mahasamaya Sattva A Hum Pe Vajra Sattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajra Sattva Dina Patita Jida Meboa Situkaya Meboa Sipokaya Meboa Anurakta Meboa Sawa Siddhi Mimpi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sitame Sitam Shriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajra Mami Mutsa Vajra Bhawa Mahasamaya Sattva A Hum Pe Vajra Sattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajra Sattva Dina Patita Jida Meboa Situkaya Meboa Sipokaya Meboa Anurakta Meboa Sawa Siddhi Mimpi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sitame Sitam Shriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajra Mami Mutsa Vajra Bhawa Mahasamaya Sattva A Hum Pe. So be delighted that any harm you've done to any sentient being with your body is now completely purified, and think there's no way you could do anything other than benefit others now with your body. And next is the purification of our speech, and Vajrasattva very happily sends powerful nectar from his heart chakra, and it arcs around and quite forcefully enters your crown and fills your entire body, except this time forcing up to the top of your body all the negativity of your speech, and this overflows and disappears into space, not one atom left. So you imagine all the gossip and the harsh speech and the useless speech and talking about people behind their backs, and just being generally disrespectful with your speech, rabbiting on about nothing, making stupid jokes at other people's expense. All of this is just completely purified by this powerful nectar kind of flowing in and then just pushing up all the top parts of the body as we recite the mantra again. Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Jida Meboa Situkaya Meboa Sipokaya Meboa Anurakta Meboa Sawasidi Mebi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sita Me Sitam Shriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajra Mame Mutsa Vajra Bhawa Mahasamaya Sattva A Hum Pe Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Jida Meboa, Situkaya Meboa, Sipokaya Meboa, Anurakta Meboa, Sawasidi Mimpi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sita Me, Sitam Shriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan, Sawa Tata Gata Vajra Mame Mutsa Vajra Bhawa Mahasamaya Sattva A Hum Pe, Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya, Vajrasattva Dina Patita, Jida Meboa, Situkaya Meboa, Sipokaya Meboa, Anurakta Meboa, Sawasidi Mimpi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sita Me, Sitam Shriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan, Sawa Tata Gata Vajra Mami Mutsa Vajra Bhawa Mahasamaya Sattva A Hum Pe, Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya, Vajrasattva Dina Patita, Jida Meboa, Situkaya Meboa, Sipokaya Meboa, Anurakta Meboa, Sawasidi Mimpi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sita Me, Sitam Shriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan, Sawa Tata Gata Vajra Mami Mutsa Vajra Bhawa Mahasamaya Sattva A Hum Pe, Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya, Vajrasattva Dina Patita, Jida Meboa, Situkaya Meboa, Sipokaya Meboa, Anurakta Meboa, Sawasidi Mimpi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sita Me, Sitam Shriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan, Sawa Tata Gata Vajra Mami Mutsa Vajra Bhawa Mahasamaya Sattva A Hum Pe, Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya, Vajrasattva Dina Patita, Jida Meboa, Situkaya Meboa, Sipokaya Meboa, Anurakta Meboa, Sawasidi Mimpi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sita Me, Sitam Shriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan, Sawa Tata Gata Vajra Mami Mutsa Vajra Bhawa Mahasamaya Sattva A Hum Pe, Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya, Vajrasattva Dina Patita, Jida Meboa, Situkaya Meboa, Sipokaya Meboa, Anurakta Meboa, Sawasidi Mimpi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sita Me, Sitam Shriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan, Sawa Tata Gata Vajra Mami Mutsa Vajra Bhawa Mahasamaya Sattva A Hum Pe. So again, feel so happy that your speech is now completely purified, and imagine it's not possible to do anything other than benefit others now with your speech. Next is the purification of our mind, and Vajrasattva now very compassionately sends powerful beams of light from his heart chakra, and this arcs around and enters your crown and fills your entire being. So you imagine it's the same. You walk into a room and you flick on that switch, and the light comes and instantly dispels the darkness in the room. So it's they use this analogy. It's similar. The light from Vajrasattva's heart hits your heart chakra, and all the darkness of the negativity of your mind, all your attachment, neediness, bitterness, grudges, jealousy, depression, anxiety, all of this instantly dispelled, not one atom left as we recite the mantra. Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dina patita Drita meboa Sutukaya meboa Sipokaya meboa Anarakta meboa Sawasidi mimpi yata sawa kama sita me Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum ha 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 ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pe Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dina patita Jina meboa, Sitokaya meboa, Sipokaya meboa, Anarakta meboa, Sawasidi mimpi yatsa sawa kamasita me. Sitam Shriyam Guru Hum ha 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 ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Satra Ahom Pe Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dina patita Dita meboa, Situkaya meboa, Sipokaya meboa, Anarakta meboa, Sawasidi mimpi yatsa sawa kamasita me. Sitam Shriyam Kuru Hum ha 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 ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Satra Ahom Pe Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dina patita Dita meboa, Situkaya meboa, Sipokaya meboa, Anarakta meboa, Sawasidi mimpi yatsa sawa kamasita me. Sitam Shriyam Guru Hum ha 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 ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Satra Ahom Pe Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dina patita Dita meboa, Sutokaya meboa, Sipokaya meboa, Anarakta meboa, Sawasidi mimpi yatsa sawa kamasata me. Sitam Shriyam Guru Hum ha 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 ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pe Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dina patita Dita meboa, Sutokaya meboa, Sipokaya meboa, Anarakta meboa, Sawasidi mimpi yatsa sawa kamasita me. Sitam Shriyam Guru Hum ha 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 ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahom Pe. So again, be delighted that all your delusions, and these are the source of our own suffering and the cause of why we harm others with our body and our speech, are completely purified. And think that there's no space in your heart now for anything other than love and kindness and forgiveness and wisdom and bliss and compassion. And next is the purification of even the imprints of negativity of the body, speech, and mind. And this time imagine that Vajrasattva sends light and nectar, and it fills you completely and eradicates even the subtlest imprints of negative energy from your consciousness. So the light, the nectar flows down, and pushes out all the negativity of the body. And then the nectar flows up and pushes out all the negativity of the speech. And then the light comes and just blasts all of your delusions. So in this way, you're eradicating even the subtlest imprints of negative energy from your consciousness. Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dina patita Dita meboa, Sutokaya meboa, Sipokaya meboa, Anarakta meboa, Sawasidi mimpi yatsa sawa kamasita me. Sitam Shriyam Guru Hum ha 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 ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Satra Ahom Pe Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dina patita Dita meboa, Sutokaya meboa, Sipokaya meboa, Anarakta meboa, Sawasidi mimpi yatsa sawa kamasita me. Sitam Shriyam Guru Hum ha 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 ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Satra Ahom Pe Vajrasattva Samayam Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Jida Meboa Sitokaya Meboa Sipokaya Meboa Anurakta Meboa Sawasidi Mimpi Yata Sawa Kama Sitame Sitam Shriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva A Hum Pe Vajrasattva Samayam Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Jida Meboa, Sitokaya Meboa, Sipokaya Meboa, Anurakta Meboa, Sawasidi Mimpi Yatsa Sawa Kamasita Me, Sitam Shriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan, Sawa Tata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva A Hum Pe, Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya, Vajrasattva Dina Patita, Jida Meboa, Sitokaya Meboa, Sipokaya Meboa, Anurakta Meboa, Sawasidi Mimpi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sita Me, Sitam Shriyam Guru Hum Ha Ha Ho Bhagavan, Sawa Tata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva A Hum Pe, Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya, Vajrasattva Dina Patita, Jida Meboa, Sitokaya Meboa, Sipokaya Meboa, Anurakta Meboa, Sawasidi Mimpi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sita Me, Sitam Shriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan, Sawa Tata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva A Hum Pe, Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya, Vajrasattva Dina Patita, Jida Meboa, Sudokaya Meboa, Sipokaya Meboa, Anurakta Meboa, Sawasidi Mimpi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sita Me, Sitam Shriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan, Sawa Tata Gata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva A Hum Pe. So now feel completely purified. There's not one atom of negativity left in your mind stream. Even the subtlest obscurations to your enlightenment have been removed. And now resolve, the power of resolve. So this is the fourth and final step in the purification process. And it's really crucial to make a decision here. You just decide, I want to refrain from harming. So it becomes like a mantra, I want to refrain from harming. So then all of a sudden, you'll find that your negative habits that might be harmful to yourself and others kind of get less. You're not really having even to do terribly much except just have this aspiration to refrain from harming. It starts to sort of sink. So then rejoice in your efforts for coming along tonight. And then think about something you'd like to work on between now and tomorrow. Keep it simple. And then imagine Vajrasattva is delighted with us and wants to merge with your mind, melts into white light and absorbs into you through your crown. And you can think, my teacher's body, speech, and mind, Vajrasattva's body, speech, and mind, and my own body, speech, and mind are the same. So next, Rinpoche would recommend to meditate on the emptiness. He calls it the emptiness of the three circles. In emptiness, there is no I, the creator of negative karma. There is no action of creating negative karma, and there is no negative karma created. So whatever level you understand emptiness, place your mind there for a little while. We can think of all phenomena as being empty. They do not exist from their own side. And you can also think that the way things appear to me may not necessarily be the way they actually exist. So let's just dedicate all the merit, all the positive energy you've created doing this practice to all living beings and think, may all the virtuous karma I've created from doing this practice ripen as my enlightenment for the sake of sentient beings as quickly as possible. So let's just do our chanting the names of Manjushri. Arisen from non-being, homage to you, arisen from the Buddhas, arisen from the sky, homage to you, born of pristine wisdom. O net of illusion, homage to you, the Buddha's spectacle, homage to you, the everything of all, O body of wisdom, homage to you. Om Sarva Dharmabhava Sabhava Visuddha Vajra A Am A Prakrit iti Parashuddha Savadama Yad Uta Sava Tathagata Jana Kaya Manjushri Parashuddhitam Upadayateti iti a Sava Tathagata Sridayam Hara Hara Om Hum Hri Bhagavan Jana Murte Vagishvara Mahavacha Savadharma Gaganamala Suparashuddha Dharma Datu Janagarbha A. Then Vajradhara, ever glorious, most pleased and satisfied with folded palms, prostrated to the Buddha, noble God, the Blessed One, the Lord Tathagata. Okay. I hope no one here knows Sanskrit, because you would be rolling in your grave. All right. Rolling your eyes or something. Okay, everybody. Lots of love. Sleep well. Have a beautiful day for you people in Australia. And I will see you tomorrow. Okay, take care.